Hey. Well, hey, I'm Matt Steen, co-founder of Chemistry Staffing, and joining me today is Darrell Roland. Darrell is executive pastor at Rockbridge Community Church in Dalton, Georgia. It's a multi-site church. I think they're running, 6 campuses these days, Darrell?
We got 6.
And Darrell is also one of Chemistry's church coaches. And so, Darrell, thanks for being here today, man.
Yeah. No, it's great. Hopefully I can answer these questions properly and give some insights for us all.
I don't think that'll be an issue. So we've been talking a good bit here lately just about reentry, right? So we're I don't know, 2 months into the COVID-19 crisis. Churches have been shut down. Some places are starting to talk about reentry and reopening, and states are opening up. Darrell, Georgia, apparently you can get tattoos and massages and go to the barber shop and all that kind of stuff these days. So, tell us a little bit about how you guys at Rockbridge, decent sized church, how are you guys approaching reentry? What are you thinking about? And what are some of the ways that you guys are thinking through this that some other churches can learn from?
Yeah. Well, first, I'm not going to show you evidence of where I have gone over these past weeks since the state has opened up. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
And I'm really surprised it's been 2 months. It sure seems like 2 years that we've been through this. For us, we have started having a discussion over these past couple of weeks. And what we're trying to do is watch and see, in a sense, on some of this opening, watching retail outlets that now are beginning to open in Tennessee this weekend, looking at restaurants that have already started opening this week. And we are not talking about opening to at least June or later.
Okay.
So we want to have some time to kind of continue to watch what our medical experts are saying in the community before we make any hard decisions. Now, that said, we still have to be preparing. Mm-hmm. So we pulled together what we call at Rockbridge a strategic huddle. And that's some key leaders in different areas of our ministry to just get in a room, virtual room, of course, right now, and just talk through how this will impact each one of our ministries. So I'll have someone who's a strategic thinker. He's our strategic initiative director. I'll have our children's multi-campus director. I'll have our host team multi-campus director. People like that in the room to start talking about every aspect of this so it'll be holistic. And pastors to talk about how it impacts. So that's one of the first steps that we're doing. We've put a tentative timeline, but we've been very clear that this is just somewhere we're pointing almost in the dark to try to say, this is where we want to go.
So you said something really interesting about watching what the outlets are doing, watching what restaurants are doing. What are you guys looking for with those institutions that'll help you decide what you do?
Yeah. Well, one, we're interacting with a lot of our business owners in the community to see what they're seeing in their restaurants and in their outlets. But also even some of the restaurants that are in our community have some outdoor seating. So it gives us a chance to walk around and see if people are really social distancing. Okay. What are their behaviors? Are they going to be able to reintegrate into big groups and keep their distance? Now, we both know that if there's anybody that can't do that, it's Christians.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're going to be hugging, they'll be handshaking and all these things. And we don't want to be in a situation where we see that and we become the social distancing police. So we want to be sure to create environments to where that becomes natural. And that'll include a lot of pre-work, a lot of pre-education of people as well.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that pre-education. What does that look like? Yeah. And I know you guys are still figuring this out.
Yeah. So what does that look like? No, we're doing things that starting to develop just short presentations that we can give to key leaders, our host teams, which is our greeters, ushers, our new here teams, things like that, creating new trainings for them.
Gotcha.
So that they have training. We'll use ministry platform and put it on there, and then they will go and watch those and be trained and be ready. So those are pieces of education. Signs up, posters up throughout the facility, talking about what we would expect and what we would ask them to do. We will also, even point to the fact you may see someone cleaning during the facilities. So they know that it's happening, make them aware, but also so there's not a concern. Because I think there's two sides of this. Some people will see that as a concern.
Mm.
Some will see it as a comfort level.
Right.
So we want to speak to all of those through that time. In advance, just a short bites of probably a video from our lead pastor. He said, this is what we're going to be doing and how we're going to roll it out. And here's some of the things we want you to help us with. I believe if you really inspire them to help, you're going to get better buy-in than if you tell them what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So one last question, if I may. I mean, you are in Georgia. Georgia is not fully up and running yet, but a whole lot closer. Churches are able to meet if they so choose. How are you communicating to some of your crowd? Hey, this is why we're not meeting right now.
Yeah, we're doing it through various videos, and even our lead pastor at each online service may say a tidbit or something that kind of will point to it.
Yeah.
We'll do it through social media. We're pushing that hard. We're sending out attender emails. We're asked our campus pastors to create just short videos on their Facebook groups, because each campus has a Facebook group they're communicating with. We're also, a piece that we feel is really important, are looking at our medical professionals in our area and talking to them.
Okay.
And asking them to help us lead through this.
Okay.
Our local municipalities, our police department, our chamber of commerce, getting their input, involving them in it as well, because I think that's really important in the communication.
That's great. That's great. So, want to respect your time. Don't want to keep you here all day, because I'm sure you've got, I don't know what, mow your grass again for the second time this week.
Yeah, I was just gonna go down and have some nice Kool-Aid on the back.
So one thing that churches should be thinking about right now, what would be the one thing that you would encourage churches to be wrestling through?
Yeah, I think you have to wrestle through, when you reopen, how are you serving every generation of your attenders? You're going to have those that are going to rush back because the doors are open, and that's all they've known in their life. Most of those people will be an older generation who are more susceptible. One of the things that we're talking about is to ask those folks to help us by watching online. Now, when we want to really continue to enhance and build up online, by doing that, a part of it will be, this has to be guilt-free worship. This guilt-free church.
Yeah.
They gotta, and also there's got to be, Larry Osborne talked years ago about the multi-site movement, that you want to have in these other, quote, at that time called overflow rooms, you wanted to have a reward for not seeing live. So we're going to be thinking about, and want other churches to think about, what is the reward for that in some cases. There's many churches that are saying they don't want to push them there, but I got to say, I've enjoyed sitting with my family in my pajamas and worshiping and watching TV some. So even as a staff person there has been some elements of it that we need to capitalize on and really push. The other is thinking about parents. We can do children's ministry, think we have social distancing well, but that doesn't change a parent's comfort level.
Gotcha.
You can still do it clean. Kids probably aren't going to follow it very well. They don't know how, they don't understand it, and that's okay. Right. So you got to think about that group of people too, the parents, the kids, the older generation. Yeah. And then I think somehow being sure that this does not become a political problem, and in essence polarize your congregation, you people who are attending, that This is something that we're in together. It is not about that, it's about the other person. And really that's what the gospel is about anyway. Yeah.
Funny how that works, huh?
It is.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, Darrell, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and insight with our churches. Grateful for the work that you guys are doing at Rockbridge, and grateful for the work that you're doing here at Chemistry. So thank you.
Thanks, Matt.